Not so long ago, the Southern Vermont Arts and Crafts Festival was one of the signature events that drew visitors to Manchester. It began in the mid 1980s and was held at the former Hildene Meadows until 2011. After a couple of years at Hunter Park, it moved south to Bennington's Camelot Village before the COVID pandemic prompted a pause. But this year it returned to the fields at Hunter Park, with about 100 arts and crafts vendors setting up shop for the weekend of September 8th through 10th. The night before, of course, Thursday, September 7th, saw a severe thunder and lightning storm which interfered with the setup. But as the saying goes, the show went on. Arts and crafts vendors featuring a wide variety of merchandise were busy hawking their works, and a steady stream of vehicles pulled into the parking lot over the weekend. We caught up with Tim and Jenny Cianciola, the owners of Crafts Producers, which puts on the event.
The Manchester show has always been a great show for us. It's a great location. And as you probably know, we were many years up at Hildene. We moved down here, probably 10, 12 years ago. And so, this was kind of the obvious place to come back to get the show. It's a pretty field here. The rink has done a lot of work fixing it up, trying to make it into a community, a Manchester community resource for an events field. So we thought we'd give it a try.
And how many exhibitors did we wind up having so far this year? About 100 or so?
Well, no, that's a darn good question. We started out with about 125, but I mean, you saw there was a massive storm came through Thursday night, and I mean, we got here early Friday morning. It was complete devastation. There were probably 30 tents completely destroyed. I've been doing this 20 years. That's the worst situation I've ever seen. So several people, their tents were destroyed, their product was destroyed, they had to go. But everybody pitched in, all the exhibitors pitched in. We really worked Friday morning. We moved people under the dining tent, brought in some extra tents, and really rebuilt everything Friday during the day. Public came in on Friday, and then we got all cleaned up, and we opened it yesterday for real, and it just had a great day. We probably lost 20 exhibitors it was really bad destruction.
At least that many.
Yeah.
But people have been very understanding about it from what I can see on the Facebook comments. Everybody's, we rallied and let the public know that we were a little smaller than we wanted to be, but everybody was very understanding here. And many people had their own stories about trees down in their houses.
Oh yeah, you can see there's trees
how they
down
were here
still
at the show but didn't have power at their house or Wi-Fi or anything, So.
So it looks like we got a pretty good turnout of customers here today, too.
Yeah.
So,
For our first year back, we've been really happy with the turnout. People, this was a well-known show. People have supported it. It seems like the support is still here. Even Friday, when we were barely open, we had a large group of people were coming in. We were letting them in. We weren't charging, and we had a great turnout on Friday. They came in moving around, people moving tents and resetting up, and it was great. And then yesterday was a very, very good day. So far, the weather at the site, at least, has been cooperative, so it's looking great now, so it's going okay.
It is interesting, if I can add, of course, we wouldn't have been able to get it back on track if everybody, all of the exhibitors helping each other. By the time we even got here, there had been some guys out here all night long that were helping people move things and find things and tents that were blown off in the woods. And it was somebody built an entire metal structure that went, very, very high of broken tents that were just stacked on top of each other. So we've got some pretty good footage, at least photos. And it just kind of shows, anybody that's going to want to spend their life going out into a field and doing an event like this, they need to be pretty hardy people, and that's what we saw. So, for whatever that's worth.
a few adaptations had to be made. A large tent, which was to be the food court, had to be converted into space for vendors, whose tents were blown about by the storm on Thursday. But in the end, the show went on, and one of the events that made Manchester a place to come to was back. Habitat for Humanity also helped with the setup, and Ty Paquette, their volunteer coordinator and social media director, updated us on how that went.
It's been going great. We were very lucky to have Habitat be asked to supply some volunteers for the main gate in the parking lot. And in exchange, they were able to make a donation to our organization. And actually, they ended up not charging admission on Friday and let us take donations from the general public all weekend. And it's been fantastic. We've had thousands of people coming in to this show, so thousands of people get to see Habitat, and couldn't say a bad thing.
For the GNAT-TV News Project, I'm Andrew McKibben.